Hi guys, my name is Cassie and welcome to my channel. I am a Zambian that is living in Italy and I make videos about my experiences about living here in Italy. So in this video, I just want to get straight to the point and just tell you guys how I applied for my scholarship and how you can apply to get a scholarship to study here in Italy. So I'll just get right into it. So firstly, I will just talk about what the scholarship is all about. So it's the scholarship that is offered by the Italian government, by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. It's offered for a period of 9 months and it is renewable. It is only given to people who want to take up courses on a master level, which is a 2-year program. Usually most of the Italian universities here is 2 years. Short Italian language or cultural courses, so that go up to maybe like 3 or 6 months. And it's also given to people who want to do their research, so PhD students, PhD candidates can take up the offer. So as I mentioned, it's only for a period of 9 months, but it is renewable. The 9 months generally is the number of months you spend in the university, like for the academic year, because the other months are usually for vacation. So it's only for that period. They pay you every month 900 euros that is paid into your accounts to cover for your food and accommodation and anything else that you might need, like books and things like that, like basically all of your bills. They also pay all of your tuition fees, so you don't have to pay anything in terms of tuition at the whatever university that you go to. So yeah, so that is a little bit just about what the scholarship is about, and it's only offered to non-Italians. So if you are a citizen of another country, you could apply for the scholarship and you would be granted if you fit the requirements. There are 3 main requirements that you should meet for you to be eligible for the scholarship. The first one being you should be below the age of 28 by the deadline of the application. So the announcement for the application is usually around mid-June to mid-July. It can change depending on when they publish the announcement. But by mid-July, you should be 28. So you could be 29 by the time you're starting school in September, which is what happened with me. But yeah, you could be older then, but by the time you are submitting your application, you should be 28. The second requirement is that you should already be in possession of your first degree. So your undergraduate degree, you should already have graduated and you should have it in your possession. So that is the other requirement. The third requirement is your proficiency in English language. If you want to study a program that is offered in English like I did, or you would need to show your proof of proficiency in Italian if you're going to study in the Italian language. So in my case, because I studied at the University of Zambia for my first degree, I went and I got a letter to prove that the course was taken in English. So I didn't have to do any language tests to submit. But if you do have that, that is perfect, that is fine. For me, I didn't take any language tests because I've been learning in English my whole life. My first degree was in English, so I just got a letter from the University of Zambia, which I attached, and that was fine. So these are the 3 main requirements that they're asked for. But to add on to that, like I had mentioned before, you should make sure that you're a citizen outside of Italy. So that is also the main thing that they look at, because they're not going to offer the scholarships to Italians. They're specifically for non-Italians. So yeah. So when you have met all the requirements, you can go on and make your actual application. So to make the application, you need to log on to the website, which I will attach the link to in the description box, where you have to set up your profile. So in your profile, you basically have to put in information, general information about yourself, like where you live, the country you're from, information about your passport, because you need your passport to travel, and all other types of information. You have to put all of it there. After that, you can now make your application by submitting certain documents. But before you can submit the documents, you have to list 3 schools, at least maximum 3 schools, and 3 programs from the schools that you want to attend. So I would suggest picking schools in different towns to increase your chances. So 3 different universities and the programs that you want to attend. You have to list them, clearly list them in order of preference, starting with the first place that you would like to go to. Yeah, so once you do that, you can now go on to attaching certain documents. So main documents is the degree, like I had mentioned. It should be certified. You need to attach it, a copy of it. You also have to attach your proof of language proficiency, whether it be English or Italian, depending on which language you'll be using when studying, or which language is used for the program. After that, you also have to attach your CV. It's very important. It should be 1 page, and it should be straight to the point. Just list the information that is required, that you know is going to be relevant. So like the schools you went to, and if you've done any work, just need to say the work, the company, the period you worked there, and what role. In my opinion, don't add so much information, because you won't be able to attach that document, because it should be a 1-pager. Your CV, yeah, you have to attach it. A copy of your passport, which is still valid. Please make sure it's valid, not one that is about to expire or has expired. So it should be valid for at least the duration of your program. So yeah, your passport should be attached. You should also attach 2 letters of recommendation. I think it's not really asked for, but I think it helps, because I did attach and I got the scholarship. So I think some letters of recommendation would be good from your former university, or from your work. If there's somebody, your supervisor, that can write it for you, it would be a good plus that you should add to your application. The other one main important thing is the letter of motivation. Guys, when you apply, you have to make sure this letter is straight to the point. Do not put information that is not necessary. Just write the main things, which I think is, number one is why you have decided to apply for the scholarship, right? You apply mainly for the scholarship because of you not being able to afford the fees. So make sure you say that. Right. Secondly, you have to mention why the universities you've chosen. And I'm telling you, this should be like in one line. So why the university you've chosen, why the program you're taking up, but why that particular program, and what the scholarship is gonna do for you. So any change or anything, the main effect that it will cause in your life, your community, your country, you need to state it. So this should be half a page. Probably half a page is even a lot, like just a couple of lines, less than 300 words, just straight to the point, your motivation. I remember I had a very long, like almost a page and a half. And when I got to the application, I had to really tune it and make it very, very straight to the point, very short and sweet. And, it's very important, and I cannot stress it enough. Why I'm saying this, it's because in the interview, I was asked questions based on what was written in that motivation letter. So take time, write the right things, ask for advice for some people, and just go straight to the point. It's very important. So yeah, after you have all of that done, you can make your application and you can submit it. After submitting it, it will probably take a month or even less for them to get back to you. So in my case, it didn't take long. When I made my application, in a couple of weeks, I was sent an email to confirm to go for an interview. So for you to go for the interview, you should be prepared. It is going to be at the embassy or Italian consulate, whichever is in your country. For me, it was held at the Italian embassy in Lusaka. I had to go for the interview. The interview was quite short. It was also, like I said, straight to the point. They had all the documents laid out there that I had attached. Literally in front of me, I could see everything. And the questions were all coming from what they were seeing from the documents. So they had my motivation letter. They asked me a couple of questions on that. Then they also asked me about the schools, to stress more and explain more on why I chose particular schools and particular programs. And the interview is more about them getting to know who it is, because the selection is done by the recommendation of the embassy. So the Italian government gets all the information from the system, and then they shortlist and send the names to the embassy. The embassy then calls people in for interviews and makes the interview. And after the interview, they make the recommendation to the government, which then finally selects the students. So yeah, in a couple of weeks after doing all of that interview process, I was sent an email that I was selected for the scholarship. So it's a very straightforward process, very easy process, I would say. It sounds easy, but there's a little bit of mental torture around it when you're going through the whole process, especially the waiting period. But yeah, I hope I have answered most of the questions that I was being asked on my Facebook page and in the comments just about how to go about with the scholarship. I hope this video makes sense and encourages you to apply for the next round, which is I think next year around June. And I hope to see many of you coming to Italy after watching this and finding it helpful in your application. So thank you for watching the video. I will make more videos about how you could move here and how you could, find your accommodation, find your way around the city, and just settle down in the city later on. But I wanted to get this video out of the way because a lot of people do ask me about this process. And I hope I gave as much information as I could in this very short time that I used up. So yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, to share the video, and to subscribe to the channel. Turn on that notification so you could see more videos when they're posted, so you could keep up to date with me. So thank you, and see you in the next video.